Hey Thrivers, you're listening to episode number 15. This week we have Christine back with us from vacation to share about her timeshare adventure and what it was like traveling with her parents and baby. We are loving that it is finally summer and we'll be sharing some of our favorite things when it comes to movies, family time, and even slip and slides.
We're also excited to be adding something new this show. Before getting together, we each wrote down 2 questions for each other and we'll be sharing our answers on the spot later in this episode. So stay tuned, grab a glass of wine, and join us for some laughs and encouragement.
Welcome to The Thrive, a podcast for working moms. This is for all the women and moms listening. If you work from home, in an office, run your own business, or are the CEO of your family, this podcast is for you. Because at the end of the day, all moms are working moms. Rachel and Christine invite you to celebrate the victories, get advice, listen to their mom fails, and to know you aren't alone, to thrive in your everyday life.
Hey everybody, this is Rachel
And Christine!
Thank you so much for joining us this week. We are really excited to just catch up
And have Christine back!
Of course.
But let me just say, the ladies that were pitch hitting for me last week did well. Is that how you say it? Did well? I think I was going to say did great, but I wanted to say well. Yeah. Well done. They did great. Thank you, ladies, for guest hosting. And it was so nice to be able to listen to an episode fresh because I obviously wasn't there. So you did good, kid.
Aw, it was so fun. Honestly, just like recording with, I love recording with you.
Oh, I love
but
it too.
I didn't want to record by myself. So it was really fun to have a couple people to help me out. And I just feel like it makes the conversation a lot easier. I could just talk about marketing for a long time, but
maybe we should do that sometime. Our solo debut and just hear what you could say for a half hour straight by yourself.
It would be like a filibuster.
What is that?
Like when someone in Congress just like, when they're trying to like stop something from like going to a vote. So they just like talk and talk and talk.
I don't know much
like
about
when
Congress.
Somebody takes the floor and they just, some people will literally talk for like hours to try to like pass time.
You are a good talker. I feel like you could come up with things to say. I probably could too. I kind of sometimes talk to myself. Well, when I was on vacation, Robert was driving home and it was kind of late and I was not paying attention to him. He was driving and I would just hear him randomly say things. I was like, "What's up, babe?" Like, "Oh, just talking to myself." And I had never heard him do that before. I was like, okay, whatever you need to do so that I don't have to drive.
I do that a lot when I'm in like the store or something, but I'm not really talking to myself. It's because like, I feel like when your kids are tiny babies, they tell you like, talk to them and like, tell them what's going on. And I talk to my kids all the time, even if maybe they're not really talking back to me, but Reagan does talk to me now.
I feel like, I was just thinking about this today, I feel like I don't do that enough. Like I don't talk to Nora as much as I should. And so sometimes I talk to her because I feel like Big Brother's watching. And it's like, you need to be talking to your baby. Because I don't always know what to say, which is odd because
I just talk about what we're doing.
I try.
Like, we're going to put your socks on.
We're going to put your socks on.
Gonna go here. I don't know. I'm probably so weird.
No,
people overhear us. They're probably like, you're crazy.
I need to try to do that more. So that's a good thought. I'll tell Nora what we're doing.
Yeah.
Miss Rachel says we need to have a conversation.
Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of talking to ourselves, we were just talking about your trip.
Oh, my
So
trip.
where were you?
Okay. So I went to Florida. We went to Robert's family's timeshare, which you mentioned in the last episode, which is in Kissimmee. His family has this timeshare. I don't know exactly how it works, all the intricacies, but they have points or weeks, and so they can stay at different places, and just depending on availability, we were able to book 2 rooms. So my parents came with us. They were in one room and we were in another room. They were studio apartments, but they were right across the hallway from each other, which worked out really well. So there were times where Robert and I got to go to the pool by ourselves and my parents were watching.
Built-in babysitters.
It was a true blessing. Like that was really great that they wanted to come, that Robert enjoys being with my parents enough that he was okay with it.
Yeah.
Because it just gave Robert and I some time throughout the trip, just the 2 of us, because like I've seen, traveling with your child is different than traveling without your child. And to be able to have those moments, just him and I, was really a gift. So it was fun. You had mentioned last episode about the Timeshare Talk that I had to go to, which I volunteered for. But in just sharing a little bit with you, Rachel, tonight, you said the talk you had been through once before was not as bad. Mine was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I don't
if you've never stayed at a timeshare, so if you stay as like a guest, or I shouldn't say a guest. Well, you guys, I guess, were like guests on his parents' timeshare.
They treated us like that,
Or for us, we stayed at a timeshare resort when we went to Disney World, and it's because we had like a marketing promo that somebody had pitched to us, and we were like, sure, like, you know, it was, you go on this trip, it's $99, which was amazing. I think we upgraded and it was like $110 for 3 nights, 4 days. But the deal is, to get that special price, you have to sit through a presentation.
And they are pretty convincing, and that's how they make their business. They try to rope people in. And honestly, after talking to them about the timeshare, even Robert, it is reasonable for people that like to travel, like to vacation. Like they explained to us, it's kind of like having a mortgage on vacation, but when you just pay out every trip, it's like you're renting. Like you don't get to keep the space or have stock in it. And so I get that. But it sounds like, Rachel, your pitch that you went to was a lot better than mine. And I don't want to rehash it because it gives me bad feelings. But just to give you guys a taste of it, in this whole presentation that was supposed to be 90 minutes but lasted 3 hours because my parents were with us, so I guess they doubled up on the time. It took longer to ask us the questions. His goal was to get us to sign up for a timeshare. And when we said something to him about being a salesman, he actually said, I'm not a salesman. I'm not trying to like sell you. And he was like, did I get your credit card information? We're like, well, actually they did at the front desk when we signed in. Like they looked at our credit card. And so I didn't like that he wasn't being upfront. And whenever they said, okay, we're going to wrap it up, let's just wait for so-and-so, it'll be just 2 minutes. It ended up being 20 minutes, and we're just waiting. And we had Nora with us. If it was just Robert and I would have been okay, but it wasn't the best way to start our vacation. I had a quick little cry when we got back. Robert gave me a hug, and then I prayed a little bit, and we were okay. So enjoyed the rest of the trip. There was trivia at the resort, karaoke, swimming,
that's so fun.
And we ended up going to Disney for a day, which was hot. Somewhat stressful, just work with a baby, but it was good. And Robert had never been, and so we did all the iconic photos and a few rides, just enough. I don't think I would have wanted to do more. My parents came with us. My mom actually went with my brother and sister-in-law's family in the winter, and she had done like 7 miles of walking one day, and so we didn't do quite that much, and so I knew Grandma could handle it. She was
good for her.
Yeah, she was great.
Oh my gosh.
So
Did she geocache? Was there any geocaches at Disney World?
Geocaching. I've mentioned this before. So my
mom has cool hobbies.
She has cool hobbies.
Christine
Go
doesn't
get her,
think
girl.
they're cool.
No, I do. So here's the thing. So if you've done geocaching, I think it's like a big scavenger hunt. She has an app on her phone, and it'll tell you coordinates. You have a username, and it tells you how to get to whatever this place is. Pokemon Go, yeah. And when you get there, there might be a little like film canister with a scroll of paper inside that you just small jot your name down or something. And then you can log in on the app that you found it, or there would be someone's notes that maybe tried to find it the day before and said, it was hard, I gave up or something. So you kind of get a feel for how hard the geocache is. So we'll be at like a rest stop, maybe getting breakfast or something at McDonald's. And my mom would say like, oh, did you guys get your food yet? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, can you get my food for us? I'm like, where are you going? She goes, it's only 200 yards away. And then off she goes across yonder, the parking lot. The one time we were at a Wawa, which was longer than we were supposed to be there because Wawa like messed up 3 of our sandwiches. No, 2 of our sandwiches, Robert dropped one on the ground. So they had to remake 3 of them. So then off my mom goes. She's like, it's only across the street. So it's like a busy road. And so my mom
crossing Route 1.
She comes back not too long later, and she admitted that it was too much for her. She goes, it was just a busy road. I couldn't cross it. I'm like, sorry, Mom. Because she
didn't make it?
No, I know. The road less travel. She wants to try to do like 1 geocache a day. It is pretty cool. We've done it with her before. I'm not quite at the point yet where I'm going to start to have that.
You're not going to download the app.
No, but my dad has like a geocache toolkit.
What?
And so,
what do you do with a toolkit?
He made it. He's an engineer. I think I did a video when they were with us at Long's Park and we were, the chicken barbecue. And when we got out to get our food or something, my dad had to get his whole like fanny pack because in it is like all his tools for searching.
Hashtag goals.
Goals. I mean, there is a
gosh.
flashlight. There's a pen. There might be a small shovel. Who knows?
Like a little trowel, like for gardening to like dig it up.
Yes. Yes. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I just want to like hang out with your parents for a day.
Go to Disney with them. But there are
I don't know why I just find this hobby so amusing.
There are no geocaches at Disney World because it is a private place. You can't have geocaches and it's somewhere private because it wouldn't be fair to people that weren't going to Disney.
Oh, true.
But she said something about there being some kind of like photo scavenger hunt where there was nothing left in Disney, but you could like go take photos of certain places and it would lead you to somewhere else. I don't know. I try to listen every time she explains things, but
it's all good. So overall, your trip was good?
It was good, but let me tell you what, guys. For me, a vacation can just be sitting at home, talking to a good girlfriend, or going out to lunch. I do like going away. I love traveling. I do like car rides, but I also love being home. And to me, this is just as refreshing as being away. So
I also feel like you've been so busy, like school just ended and you literally left for your vacation like the day after school was out.
Oh, the day. No, I finished school. I got home from work at 4 p.m. My parents were already here. The car was packed. I didn't even change. I wore the outfit I wore to work the whole car ride.
Gosh.
We left right away and got to my brother's in South Carolina at like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I've really only had summer vacation. Oh, yeah. My dad's a trooper. I've been home, we got home Saturday at midnight. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This has been my summer. So
yeah.
I'm like,
I can understand why you want to be home. I'm kind of in the opposite phase. Like since we did our trip in February, we always go like midwinter. We take a big trip because Kyle, like that's when his business is slower.
Yeah.
And we usually go down to his family's beach house a few times here and there. And since they've been renovating, like we haven't done any of those just small trips to get away. So I feel like we have not been anywhere in months, and I'm really looking forward to just our week at the beach later this summer.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
And you have it coming up too, so it can be something you look forward to. Even if your days are busy now, a break is coming.
Yes, and I love that. We were actually just talking about a break. I mentioned this to Christine before we started, that my dear husband was like, I know you've been really busy, but you should be excited. Like, I took off next Friday so that we can go down to the beach.
Oh, no.
And I was like, well, did you know, like, he has something on our calendar for on Sunday. So, like, he didn't even remember that, like, we couldn't really go unless we leave, like, Thursday night. And we were talking about how for a short trip like that, like, it's just a lot of packing and driving.
That happened with Robert. He was trying to coordinate a guy's weekend, and the weekend that he wanted to go, things keep popping up. We're like, no, we already had that plan. And even tonight, I said, I'm pretty sure I sent you a calendar invite, and I had, because I'm not always on top of it. But I was like, I'm pretty sure that weekend's booked up for us.
Husbands.
And it was.
Hey Thrivers, if you've been listening and you would love to join the Inspire Business community or a mastermind group like you've heard us talking about tonight, I have a special coupon code just for you. If you use code THRIVE20, that's THRIVE20, you can save 20% off of any workshops or upcoming events, or you can use that towards a mastermind membership and save $100 off your membership for the year. So this is an awesome chance for you to get involved, and I would love to see you at an upcoming event. Again, it's Thrive20, and I hope to see you soon. Well, one of the things I wanted to mention is my new favorite thing, because it has kept my kids happy, and I actually have the song in my head right now. So One of my new favorite things is the movie Ferdinand. If you're looking for something fun for younger kids, it's clean, it's really funny. Like, I like it as much as Moana.
What was the movie you had been
good.
watching? It wasn't Ferdinand. Land Before Time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, when you said Ferdinand,
I don't really like Land Before
I thought it was that, and I thought, Rachel,
No.
you've been watching that for like 3 months straight.
No.
This is a new movie.
Land Before Time, I'm not really the biggest fan. It's just that Reagan is really into Land Before Time, and it takes me back to, like, my childhood.
And you don't want to go there?
Well, it was fun for, like, the first couple times we saw the movie. And then when she wanted to, like, keep rewatching it over and over again, it's just not so fun anymore.
No.
She's moved on to, like, they have, like, YouTube, like, short episodes of it.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get into YouTube. I don't understand.
I just downloaded YouTube Kids because I'm like, why am I always, like, dealing with, like, her taking my phone and then kind of being worried about, like, what she might be clicking on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Kids is so handy.
Is that an app?
Yeah, it's a separate app.
Okay.
So, anyway,
Filters.
Ferdinand is not Land Before Time. It's a movie. You're a teacher. Have you ever read the book? Apparently, it's a book. It was written in, like, the 40s about a bull.
Everything was a book. Oh, no, but I know how I know it. It was on The Blind Side.
Oh.
The Blind Side? Is that what the movie is? Sandra Bullock.
Maybe.
With
yeah, that's
Michael
the
Orr.
movie. Why was Ferdinand in
She
that?
was reading a book to them the one night, and it was Ferdinand, and whatever the message was of the book was similar to what she was saying to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny. I didn't know there was a connection there. But yeah, anyway, it's a really, really fun new kids movie. John Cena is the voice of the main character.
I need to watch this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
it's
watch
super
this.
funny. Who is it? Peyton Manning is the voice of, like, the, like, funny kind of stupid bull who's just he's like macho but, like, gets really nervous before things and, like, passes out. That's I think it's Peyton Manning. It's one.
That's
of
a football
I believe
player.
it's one of the Mannings.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Lupe. So the goat. There's this really funny. I guess in bullfighting, like when a bull is really riled up, they'll have like a calming goat. I guess if they have a companion, like it helps calm them down. So Lupe is the calming goat, and so she becomes Ferdinand's like BFF, and it's Kate McKinnon, who is so funny. She's just funny in like everything that she's in. So like she plays this like bucktooth goat who's like scrawny and funny looking, and it's just funny. Like I feel like it's one of those movies that like it's funny for kids, but it's equally funny for grown-ups. So
I need to watch this. I'm not a good movie watcher just because I'd rather watch silly reality TV.
I'm the same way.
But that sounds really good. I need to watch it.
No, it's been great because it keeps the girls occupied, and Nick Jonas sings like the song from the movie.
Okay.
He might be like my secret crush.
Oh my. Not so secret anymore.
Not so secret.
Because we're close to 1,000 downloads. So
Oh my gosh.
there are people listening.
Yes. So we're still doing the giveaway. We're still having a giveaway when we get to 1,000, and we are so close.
So close.
So check out our Instagram for more details about that. We always sing it because for some reason the first time we announced that, we were literally just talking and like Christine chimed in as I was saying it, and we sang it like in tune.
It just felt like it needed to be a song.
Yeah. So
That
that's
was
how we
poetic.
always say it now. But Ferdinand, check it out if you haven't seen it. Super fun, and yeah, the song's in my head. It's really good.
Favorite things.
Summer.
What? We already talked about that a little bit. I love summer. It's a favorite thing of mine, not because of the heat, because another favorite thing of mine is air conditioning. But I just love the freedom that it gives me. I love kind of slowing down my schedule. I even messaged a friend today and said that I feel like I can find myself again. I can do things that I enjoy that really are like self-care for myself.
Yeah. I feel like when you
Self-care
get
for
too
myself.
busy, like self-care is the thing that goes on the back burner.
Taking slow mornings, even cleaning my whole house, I don't feel rushed to do it. I'm not cleaning because someone's coming tonight or because I have family this weekend. I'm really taking the time to organize and do it well. But I can take a break in between, or if Nora needs me or wakes up, I can tend to her and I don't have to just go.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I feel like I can be a really good supportive wife to my husband. Like Rachel had mentioned, he's really busy with work lately. And so I feel like I'm just able to be there for him, have dinner ready, or if he just needs to vent, I'm all ears because I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
Not that I like to make a point of the fact that I'm not working, but I just enjoy that I feel like I can love him well and be there for him.
Yeah. So true.
As a listening ear. So, yeah, I love summer, and because I get to be with my daughter all the time. I love her daycare, but I love seeing her more. So I feel like I get to know her again. So summer is clutch.
I love it.
Favorite thing.
Teachers need a summer break.
Everybody.
I feel like we
everybody.
all do.
Yes. It's just to like reset yourself. And I even, as much as I love summer, I feel ready to go back to school when that time comes. Not yet. But I like a fresh start. I feel like everybody needs that kind of moment, whether it be after a whole summer or a week of vacation or a long weekend. You just need a restart sometimes.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like that's what vacation will be. I'm looking forward to it. And just to have, like you said, time to kind of self-care. Like one of the things I always love doing when we're gone for a whole week is to be like, hey, when they're taking a nap this afternoon, I'm going somewhere by myself.
Yeah,
like, I like to just go get like a manicure or pedicure like alone.
A friend of mine,
I like to just have peace and quiet.
A friend that I work with actually said she would do that. It sounded amazing. Her and her husband had a deal that he does maybe, let's say, 2 friends weekends a year. I don't know if it was fishing or golfing. And then she does 2 weekends a year where she literally goes somewhere, stays at a hotel, and goes shopping alone.
Oh, really?
I don't think
That
I'd
is
want to
so
do it
fun.
alone, but what I loved most was her and her husband realized that that was important for themselves, that they needed to do that to be able to, you know, be refreshed for each other, for their families, and that they both had something that was important to them, and they agreed on it. I thought that was really sweet. Now, I would rather go somewhere with a friend, but I was like, that's really important. Like, you need to make time for yourself.
Yeah, and you have to do what works for you.
So, any other favorite things for you?
Yeah, so we made a list this week because we just felt like it was a good week for a list.
Don't downplay this, Rachel. You made a list.
I did. I wrote down notes. So my other favorite thing, since it's been super hot the past week, it's been really warm. I have 2 little ones. We don't have a pool in our backyard. We have passes for Dutch Wonderland, but it is a lot to load up your kids and go somewhere. So I wanted something that was just like easy we could do in our backyard, and I don't have to worry about my children drowning. So I got this thing. It's like a splish and splash, or what do you call it? Like a slip and slide?
Yeah.
A slip and splash? What did I call it?
No, you were a splash and splish? A
splish splash. No, that's totally not right. Now I'm just being...
Just say it's a water apparatus.
It is. It's like a water slide / sprinkler pad. It's basically a giant blob that you fill with water. And then it's great because it gets slippy on top. You plug the hose in then, and there's like a strip that like sprays water over the top of it. So your kids aren't actually sitting in like a tub of water.
Okay.
So nobody can drown. You're just kind of splashing on top of this like pad of water. So it's
borrow
fun.
this.
And they can slip on it. It's called the H2O Go. I think you can get it at Target.
I'm going to look that up. H2O Go.
It's just really fun. It does kill your grass if you don't undo it. Like if you don't drain it and put it away. So my husband is not the biggest fan. But I'll take dead grass if it keeps my kids busy. If it makes them happy.
Every mom ever. Could you put it on your patio? You have like a patio slab? It would be better on
We could do
grass.
that. But then I just worry like if they would slip off of it. Because they like to run and like slip on it and play on it.
They have to learn, Rachel.
Oh my gosh. Our patio is hard. Concrete.
Just
like,
move
stamped
it around your
concrete.
grass. Like, don't keep it in the same spot.
Yeah.
Even while they're playing. Rotate it.
Christine, it's full of, look at the size.
I know, that's heavy.
15 feet of water.
Every 10 minutes, stop and be like, rotation, kids. And
No,
everyone grabs
like
a
once
corner.
it's filled, it cannot be moved. It's so heavy.
Okay.
It probably has like over 100. It probably has like 100 gallons of water in it.
Sorry, Kyle, your grass is going to die.
Yeah, that's the problem. He actually had to help me sort of move it because it got like uneven or something the last time we were using it. And yeah, it's very difficult because it gets full. Yeah, that's what it looks like. She's
the
Googling
picture
it right
on
now.
Target. The people in the background are cheering. Everybody.
The dad is really cheering. Is he wearing a Speedo?
No, I think that's a child.
No, that's not a child. That's a dad.
Where?
That's like a dad cheering on like the kids.
this?
Yeah, that looks like a dad.
That's a lady.
What? Are we seeing the same picture? Oh, that is a lady. She's wearing a skin-colored shirt.
A lady with muscles Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I really want to
share
borrow
that
this
in our
sometime.
Instagram story, and you can decide if it's a girl or a guy.
Oh my goodness.
What you see at first glance, and maybe I'll share the link in like when we post the podcast.
Yeah.
So if you want to check it out,
this out,
some are fun, and it is nice because you don't have to worry about like safety quite as much. Like if you look away, I have a 1-year-old, so in a pool she could literally topple over and
you need to be
it would be
careful.
very dangerous.
Water games can be scary.
Yeah, so this is nice because she can like lay around on it. She can just splash in the sprinkler, and it's not a safety concern.
I love it. Summer fun had by all.
Yes.
Let's do our questions.
Yeah, so I wrote down 2 questions for Christine that she doesn't know about.
Here, this segment is called Mystery Questions. We had talked about this before, asking each other questions that are a mystery. Hence, the segment's title, Mystery Questions. So we both have 2 questions for each other. They're a mystery. Now, this was Rachel's idea. I quickly came up with questions, and then she's still over there not sharing what to write. Her question is
We did not give this segment a real name. We just made up mystery questions.
Mystery questions. Okay.
Sounds like
Are you going first?
Show or something.
It may be. Don't limit your dreams. Be a gold digger.
Mystery date.
But this is mystery questions. Are you going first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Mystery.
What is one thing that you would redo if you could? Like anything in life. Are you okay?
Yeah, that went down the wrong pipe. What would I redo? Oh my gosh. I don't think we have time in this episode for me to ponder the way I might.
Off the top of your head.
I don't know. Okay, off the top of my head, maybe in college I would have taken some courses that were outside of my major or possibly of different interest to me, especially now with this business venture that I'm in. All of my collegiate learning, my masters are all in education, which I'm so thankful for and have really helped me in my business and obviously my career as a teacher. But yeah, maybe just investing some time in other subjects.
Oh,
Just to do a little bit more learning. I don't
that's
know.
cool.
And I probably wouldn't have appreciated it at the time. So basically, I might need to go back to school.
I thought you were going to say, like, I wouldn't have dated that trucker guy or, like...
Yeah, that was what came to mind first. But no, because I made a decision a while ago not to regret any of those relationships. And I'm
that's
sticking
a good
by
thing.
it.
That's
because
good.
I learned from them all. And I appreciate my husband now even more because of those relationships. So while I do think back, Christine, what were you doing? I don't regret it. And I don't think I would have wanted to do that differently. I mean, maybe some moments, but no, I'm okay with
feel
that.
like the people that you date, if you didn't date them, you probably wouldn't have wound up with the person you're with.
So basically,
Because I feel that way as well. Like, if I hadn't, I would have liked to not date some of the people I dated. But if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have ended up where I'm at now.
I feel like that was the question that you wanted to ask me.
Maybe.
About relationships. I gave you a lame scholarly question or answer.
I guess I just didn't know what your answer would be.
Okay. Here is your question.
My mystery question?
Mystery question. Would we have been friends in high school? Why or why not?
I think we would have been friends, but I don't know if we would have been, like, best friends. Although in high school, I don't know. See, here's the thing. In high school, I was really good.
Would we have been friends in college?
Probably not.
That's okay.
I don't know what, like, I just had this, like, rebellious streak. Like, the more my parents would tell me, like, to do certain things, the more I would just not want to do them. So in high school, I was still pretty, like, good kid, good grades. I mean, I got good grades in college as well.
Were you in the band?
But, yeah.
Okay.
So we would have been friends because we probably would have been in similar things.
Yeah.
And didn't we both play the clarinet?
We would have been in the same section.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we probably would have been friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe then I wouldn't have, like, been so rebellious.
I would have pulled you on the straight and narrow. No, but that's all a part of your story.
Yeah.
So.
I just had that, like, had to go to college and get those 4 years of wildness out.
That's what Lauren Park will do to you.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
That leads me to my next question, actually.
Nice segue.
My question is, who is your favorite Jersey Shore character?
Oh my gosh. Snooki, because she lives in my hometown.
Aw.
No, actually, I love Pauly and Vinny. If you've been watching The Vacation, they don't get in the mess. Mm-mm. They make light of the mess. They seem to be friends with everyone. And I love whenever the other characters, they're people, the other people are kind of roasting each other, and Pauly and Vinny just over-exaggerate the silliness. But I feel like they make light of it and just help kind of work through any issues.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And Pauly's one of the highest paid DJs
in the world. Pauly is like so legit.
Yeah, but he doesn't have love, I don't think.
I know. Oh. He's looking for love.
But that hair.
His hair hasn't changed.
It hasn't moved in the wind.
Pauly literally hasn't changed at all since like the very first season of Jersey Shore.
You're right.
Hair's the same. His tan is the same. He's still the same. All of the other ones, no, Ronnie's still pretty much the same too, and he got worse.
He is having trouble.
Yeah. But, like, Vinny changed a lot for the better.
He does.
I love how they all tease the girls about how they've gotten work done. Like, they talk about how... This is such a tangent. But this is the one show we both, like, guiltily watch.
No guilt here, girlfriend.
Well, this is one of my guilty pleasures, because Kyle thinks the show's terrible, but I still watch it.
And Robert can't wait for Thursday.
Oh, really? Thursday. Well, I love how when the one episode they were going to, like, trick the girls or something, and Pauly's like, yeah, they're going to all look so surprised. I mean, they always look surprised, because their faces don't move.
I know, it's true.
So what's your question? Oh. What's my next mystery question?
Last mystery question for this episode. What do you think is your best businesswoman entrepreneur trait?
Oh, my best trait. I think if you asked me this a year ago, it would have been really hard for me to answer. But having a mastermind group has been really helpful in just being able to figure out like what I'm good at. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the biggest things is just the fact that like I'm a doer. Mm-hmm. Like, people in my mastermind have been like, I love how we talked about this, just mentioned it at our last meeting, and, like, you ran with it. So I feel like when I have an idea or, like, when I'm set on doing something, I like to just do it and get it done and tackle a project, and I love to see, like, the end result. So I feel like that's helpful because there's a lot of people that, I don't know if it's, like, fear. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people have a fear that, like, they have to have everything lined up before they can like take the next step. Or I don't know. There's also people that are just, we joke that they're like squirrely. Mm-hmm. Britt talked about this in the last episode. We used to say she was such a squirrel because she'd be going from like one idea to the next. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I guess it's like a good quality that I don't feel like I get too squirrely. I like to see something completed before I like jump into the next thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's really good. And that's probably why we work well together, because although we have different skill sets, we both like to accomplish things and can be really goal-oriented.
Yeah, I always say that, like, I don't think this podcast would have happened if, like, we weren't on the same page with that. Because, like,
Absolutely.
I felt like you mentioned it, but you were like, no, let's actually do it.
Let's do it. And you bought this mic.
I did. I was like, let's do it. Let's start the podcast.
Like this bottle of wine over here, Rachel.
Let's do it.
It was full when you showed up here tonight.
Well, it's much better than the wine I had here the last time.
Because that was bad. Summer Christine is like, sure, let's have some wine.
Yes. When we used to record here before and Christine had work the next day, she'd be like in her jammies and like, you got to get out of my house.
But now Summer Christine, you can't tell if these are pajamas or not.
Summer Christine's like, pour me more wine.
But I wore these clothes all day, all night.
So. I almost wore that shirt today.
Oh, I love it.
I literally
got oil on it.
I got a stain on mine too.
We got to go shopping.
Oh my gosh. It's our favorite shirt. It's from Costco.
My mom got one.
Really?
The gray one.
Oh my gosh. We could all wear them and do our geocaching together.
You just made her day. I'll let her know you said that.
Oh my gosh. Well, this has been a lot of fun.
It has. It's been good to be back. I feel even more like myself spending an evening with all of you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and check out our Instagram for links and some of the fun things we talked about tonight. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we hope that you guys are having an awesome week as well. You can tune in next Wednesday for our episode with Sherry Medini.
We can't wait to have you join us. And in case no one told you yet today, moms, you are doing amazing. Thank you so much for listening today. You are a part of a growing community of women, moms, and business owners who are here to encourage and inspire. You can connect with Rachel on Instagram at Rachel Klein Creative or like her Facebook business page for web design and marketing tips.
Keep up with Christine and all her latest events at Christine Campbell Events on Instagram. Another way to get involved and be first to hear about upcoming podcast guests and giveaways is to join our email list. You can sign up at rachelkleincreative.com/thethrivepodcast. And if you've enjoyed listening, be sure to write us a review on iTunes so that we can continue encouraging moms and businesswomen each week.